Welcome in episode 8 of the Frosty Takes podcast. We're all pretty much on a high besides Dylan because the Bears, yes, Chicago Bears, went into New England and whooped the Patriots' ass, whooped Bill Belichick's ass. We're going to contend for a wild card spot, be looking for additions at the trade deadline. No, in all seriousness, it was a great game from Fields, the coaching staff, an all-around great effort. And I was texting Ryan about this. It was really actually pretty stunning what was going on, especially because I had the Patriots defense in the fantasy league that it almost costed me. But Bears win. Bears win 3-4 heading into Dallas to Sunday. Bruce, we always got to start with you. I know you're fucking drinking the Kool-Aid. Now I'll put my hand up. I was way wrong. Bill Belichick let me down. But I got to say, I might go to Ryan, who fades the Raiders in his picks. So just so he can win. I'm 1-0 with that. So, Bruce, what do you got?
What the fuck were you just talking about?
Bears, New England.
Yeah, no, I know what I'm about to talk about. I don't know what that last 30 seconds you just said was that. The Bears. You say I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, but how many times did I say it last night?
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
I want this team to lose football games. And it was really cool to see Justin Fields look like a legitimate quarterback last night against Bill Belichick, who he just breaks people. That's what Bill does. He's been doing it for 20 fucking years, 30 years, whatever it is. And the Bears just they had all the answers last night. We ran for 260 something fucking yards.
Yep.
Justin Fields looked great. Only had 13 completions, only didn't need half of them because the defense looked incredible last night.
They've only allowed 2 second half touchdowns the entire year through 7 games. 2.
Which is crazy.
Crazy.
I think we got to give credit to Flus on that, man. I think he plays a big role in that.
I right here, right now, I need a public apology from Nick to Roquan Smith and me.
Yeah.
Hand up.
He came around last night. He texted me. He said, hey, Roquan looking great, leads the league in tackles. I may have been wrong.
I was wrong. Roquan is a good player. He looked really good. It looks like he's starting to figure out the Flus defense, which they have him switching in between the outside and inside, which is great. Got the pick, too. He didn't really do anything on that. But sack, interception.
Yeah, it just came to him, but
11 tackles. I have nothing to say about Roquan. I owe him a public apology. I'm sorry, Roquan. You can bang all the porn stars you want as long as you continue to lead the league in tackles.
now
He's still not worth $25 million a year, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I'm still not saying give him $100 million.
I've been hard on him,
but Nick's been calling him a bum all season, and he's gonna end up finally breaking the barrier and getting first team all defense. I think
he definitely should, especially if they keep it up. But Nyloff, I will go to you next. I mean, they hired the right coaching staff.
I agree, 100%. In terms of the coaching staff, I liked that Getsy kind of finally took more of a Ravens type approach. I saw something about him maybe of stealing a couple plays out of their book and using Justin Fields a little more how we liked it, because that was the problem we had with the last regime. We didn't use the staff. We didn't build around the staff we had. We had a plan and tried to just plug the people we had into that plan. It's got to be the other way around.
Yeah.
So I did like to see that the game plan was different. I thought it was an extremely successful mini bye week.
Yeah.
To sum it up, I thought that the defense played great, and I'll close this with saying Jaquan Brisker is quickly becoming my favorite player on this football team. You want to talk about a guy that will fly around the field and make plays? I love Jaquan Brisker. He might be getting a stitched jersey up in this wall in this room very soon if he continues to do things like he did last night.
Yeah, and Ryan, again, we were surprised as hell. What's your take from last night? Obviously, don't want to get too high, but I mean, I think that's the game we've been looking for all year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we were all shocked by it. Like, I think this is one of the bigger, most impressive wins the Bears have had since probably the 2018 season. I mean, going into Foxborough and absolutely dominating the entire game. I was surprised.
First time ever, I think, right?
Yep.
It wouldn't shock me, but
First
like
time they've won it.
kind of pointed on it. The biggest winner from that game is Luke Getsy. He
Yep.
finally had a game plan that actually maximized Justin Fields' strengths. I mean, he hasn't ran like that since the 49ers game last year. And I think that was out of necessity. I think this game he actually designed runs for him, got him outside the pocket, did a lot of play action. So props to Luke Getsy. I mean, really good. And we had this conversation yesterday. I think Brisker is a top 2 player on that defense. And
Yeah, and Kyler deserves credit too. And I would say Poles has hit on everyone besides Velus Jones so far. I mean, again, we talked about it. Yes, it would be nice to get George Pickens and all that. They have 2 legit starters on defense right now.
I would like to rescind my comment from an earlier pod. I think that the idea behind those 2 picks was that they thought they could fix the secondary long term right then and there. And Kyler Gordon, I will apologize to him. I was a little hard on him. I said, he's a rookie and it could change. He has been playing much better, and I'd love to see the improvement from him. So I'm glad that they did take those 2, because that does look like a long-term solution for the secondary.
Let's
Yeah,
also
Ryan brought it up too.
This draft has been fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, probably top five in the league so far, and it was getting kind of shit on when it first got actually picked in April. But I think it's a very strong draft. I mean, you get your starting left tackle prospect in the 5th round, 2 starting secondary pieces, 1 that can be an All-Pro year 1, year 2, and 1 that is adjusting to a brand new spot, and he's playing really well. I would like to see him get moved outside next year, but I think he's playing the slot corner really well.
Kendall Vildor is having a hell of a year so far too, though, right?
I was just about to say that that's a guy for the last 2 years I've shit on pretty
I
heavily.
think a lot of us have.
I'm still not ready to say he's a good football player, but he's been playing good football.
Especially with Jalen Johnson out.
It's a little contradictory, but
No, he's got to do it on a more consistent basis for me to consider him a good football player. But
I mean, if he
now,
continues to do it all year, we're gonna have to. I mean, he's
yeah,
having a
we'll
really good year.
see. We'll see if that happens, and if he does, I'll apologize. But I still don't think he's very good, and I hope he's not on the team next year.
Here's a question that I think that we can all just kind of share our viewpoint on the Bears. Where would you like to see moves be made at the deadline? And as a result, what would you like to see in the offseason? Because obviously we're still hoping, like Bruce said, the idea is not to win a ton of football games. If we're being honest, it's not like we're going to compete for a Super Bowl with this team. We do need to be smart about it. So for me personally, I would like to see a trade for Darius Leonard. Now, this is not going to happen, but I just had to get it out, folks. I've been holding it in all week. I talked about it a little bit. Clearly, the Colts are trying to fucking die the rest of the season because they are purposefully taking Matt Ryan out because I think they want a top 10 pick and they want to get a quarterback, which is something that they have stayed away from doing in the draft and have tried to plug in all these people. I would like to see a trade for an edge rusher because I think with where the Bears pick is heading, we're looking at having to take a wide receiver 1 in the draft, and then we spend the money in the offseason on the O-line. That's what I would like to see happen. Are we going to get Darius Leonard? Probably not. I wouldn't mind seeing Burns out of Carolina. I wouldn't mind taking a call about that to get this D-line some help.
I mean, you saw Burns. They rejected.
They rejected 2 firsts for Burns.
Yeah,
and Darius Leonard's been hurt all year. I'm not going to trade. Now let's rein this back in. Let's rein this back into real world.
Real world. What would I like?
Mine
to
was
see
not
done?
the real world.
No, in any way, shape, or form.
Someone's got to be a skeptical.
The real world would be
how do you say this
maybe
word?
moving Robert Quinn at the deadline.
That needs to happen.
If I don't think he's playing very well this year, but you guys seem to think he's doing all right. If he's got any sort of value, I think you try to get his number off the books now, get him out, get what you can before he just walks. And then Nick keeps saying, which I don't agree with, but get Monty out of here. If that's something that's going to happen, you do that at the deadline.
I don't. I'm gonna side with Nick. I think I'm switching sides here in terms of Monty. Do I love Monty? And did I love that play last night where he fucking went from losing yards to getting a first down? Absolutely. But I mean, Khalil Herbert just seems like he's a guy that can just be an RB1 successful.
I don't want Khalil Herbert trying to run between the tackles. He feels. I don't want to make the comparison, but I'm going to. He feels a little Tariq Cohen-ish to me. He's a
No.
little guy. I
Oh,
know
that bit. This is a horrible take.
Horrible
And then
take.
Dylan, after
Different
clip
Dylan.
like 5 big runs where he runs between the tackles that are probably from this year too.
Dude, Herbert has juice. It's just a point. You have a younger guy who's more explosive, isn't going to cost you money. Trade Montgomery, bring in a veteran next year who's bigger, who can run in between the tackles. That's not a problem. Or draft one. That's not a big deal.
I just don't see why we have this guy in house. He's been 1,000-yard rusher
He's going to
on
be
bad
27 years
teams.
old.
Yeah, Bruce.
He's
If
not
we can
going to
get
be
a third or a
expensive.
fourth,
He's not going to be that
You're not
expensive
going to get a
either,
third or
though.
fourth. James Robinson just got traded for a 6, and he's been a 1,000-yard rusher the last 2 years.
Yeah, you probably get a fifth.
Get a
for
6 or
Monty.
7. You're not going to.
Okay.
Which is-
Well, all right.
I'm-
So
I'm
then look at this,
saying-
Bruce. What if we get Braxton Jones
6
as
or
a
7.
right tackle in the next draft with that 5th round pick? You got to think about it like that.
Agreed.
Would
Get
you
this.
trade for a 5th round pick if it resulted in a play like
I
Braxton
would
trade
Jones
a
on the
5th
opposite
pick for
side?
Monty.
I'd
I would
rather
think-
pay Monty a mid-level contract and
I
have
will
an
see.
I think he
established
won't accept
commodity.
it. I think he can get a little bit more somewhere else if we're
Ryan,
going to pay
you
him a
move
mid-level
Monty, right?
For the right value, yes. But I think right now you have to build around Justin Fields. If you don't win this year, who cares? But you can't put him on an island by just putting Herbert and whoever the white running back is we have on this team.
Abner?
Ryan Null. You can't put both.
Nah,
or
he's gone.
Abner,
It's
I'm sorry.
Abner.
They're the same player. They're legit.
They're basically
Not
the same
wrong.
player.
We're not going to roast you over that. I don't blame you.
But for me, if you can get a young receiver that maybe the Jets are trying to trade Elijah Moore, maybe the Giants are trying to trade either Kadarius Toney or Darius Slayton.
I want no part
Like-
of Kadarius Toney.
No. If we trade for Tony, I will riot.
All right. Like if you can get him for a 6th-round pick, I think you do that with your eyes. Just run to the door. But you know what? It's a win-win.
Valus 2.0.
Who cares?
That would be Pole's second
Dialogue.
worst
The point
move.
is, these are the moves. Like, hey, you get N'Keal Harry. Go get fucking Tooney. Go get a bunch of fucking guys. See if they can play. If they can play, it's not like they're gonna command big money.
I like this. I like what you're saying. I agree.
Well, the problem with
Without
that
Tony,
is
just
Tony
no Tony.
kind of has big money. He was a
Just
top
don't
10
get
draft
tied up
pick.
on Tony. Does not get tied up on Tony. It's just an idea. Go get a player who's not living up to potential somewhere else. Bring him in. See if he can. Like, I would go after Ty Johnson, who just got cut by the Texans, who was with the Bucks. Like, just
I don't
see
hate
if-
it.
Guy's not living up to potential. Can we get Kyle Pitts for the low?
No, I don't think that.
we do need a tight
No,
end.
that
And
was
We do.
last time was going good because Cole Kmet had a big catch, and then he got up. He didn't even think he caught it because he's like rushing the team to the line, which was hilarious. And then he actually made it. Like a good play.
Maybe they move for Gasecki. I mean, it seems like
I-
random
Yeah.
That's not right there.
That's a good move.
Dude's athletic as all hell.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want to give up on Komet yet.
I mean, no one's saying like give him like.
I think we're gonna have to start really watching it though, Bruce. I mean, I like signing with guys that are on the Bears team, but he has not done shit.
And here's the thing: it's just about stacking as much talent around Justin Fields as possible. That's what this is about. Same thing on
That's fair.
defense. So, and here's where it's going to get a little hairy because if they win on Sunday, which I don't think they will, but if they beat the Cowboys, then you're 4-4, and then some wheels start turning, and then it's like, well, the NFC sucks, the Packers suck.
Yeah, I mean,
saying that
if you
Pace-
get to 500, maybe you make some moves and
I think they should make moves regardless. If there's the right buy low guy on there, you can find. But in terms of Robert Quinn, that's a guy you need to trade either way. And if they don't, they're doing themselves a disservice on that.
Yeah,
The
he's
whole
32 fucking years old. He's got to go. And
Yeah.
another
And we
thing on
paid him
him,
way too goddamn much money.
Yeah.
that might hurt us. Trying to get rid of him. But
No
I
shit.
feel like he's a guy that really needs someone else that's special on the other side to be super successful too.
Of course.
And I think that's why he's playing just okay right now.
Well, he's
so
stuck when Khalil Mack was on the other side. So let's not like
well, we had Khalil last year too,
Yeah,
and he had a,
Mack played like 4 games last year.
that's true.
So
That's true.
it's tough. Not
How would he
all-
had Akeem Hicks on the team?
and a lot of it depends on this Sunday because Tuesday is the trade deadline. So
Leave me
polls-
alone, Ryan.
The
polls
deadline
are
is on
really-
Tuesday?
The
Yeah.
first.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's about to get.
That's
really-
why it's starting to really spark up. Yeah, this is gonna be a very
Really
interesting
wild.
weekend.
Yeah,
I have a feeling.
For
You know,
sure.
and I hope we do make some sort of move. I would like to see us, make
For
some
fun.
moves.
Just take a just take a lottery ticket. That's all
Yeah.
you have to do. Just
Me
bet
and
on-
Bruce were on the lottery last night. Bruce, by the way, update.
We won $4, so I've reinvested it for tomorrow night.
Ah,
My guy. See, this is what we do on this show, folks. Not only do we bet on football, but we also are on the lottery and any sport that you can think of, including Chinese and Japanese baseball. So this is why you come.
Only sometimes when we're drunk in the summer.
yep. 2:30.
That does happen.
It does happen. I bet it too.
It has happened.
Does happen. I think one of my biggest bets I ever lost was on a team that I never even heard of in a different country.
Yes. Not surprised.
Nice.
Let's move on. We'll get into what happens this Sunday with the Bears and Cowboys later in the show in the picks
In the picks. Yep.
segment. Let's move on to the Blackhawks, who are surprising the fuck out of some people. Boys, I'm in on Luke Richardson.
I told you, bro. I told you I like that hire.
Yeah, that the system is fast, aggressive hockey, and guess what? It works. And they're beating the Florida Panthers right now. Who knows if they'll win this game? But
I hope not.
I brought it up in Snapchat or our Snapchat chat today. They may win too many games.
Yeah, I'm really nervous, guys. My prediction was that they would win 20 games before this season started. And it is very early. Like Ryan, you said early, it's super early. We can go on a big losing streak at any point. But I mean, I just really do like the way that this team is rallying around the plan and the idea that Richardson is trying to get them to play. And so far, it's been pretty successful. But I don't want it to ruin the future. We need a top 5 pick, guys. We need something in that top 5.
Bad. Really bad. The penalty kill is awesome, too.
I love the high press penalty kill. I love it.
This team just tries hard though. I mean, this is a team that the Hawks haven't had in 20 years. A big physical team that will out fucking check you on the boards, out hustle you, and they're not as skilled as what we're used to. But you know what? They try.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing that I wanted. And you know what? Winning early doesn't bother me because that shows that some players are playing well. It just increases trade value. That's all it does.
And they could still quit.
They could still.
All
that's
it
right.
takes is one couple
One
game
quick-
streak to really start snowballing, and we could see the team quit. But
Trade.
Go
That's
ahead.
all it takes.
Yep. Get Domi out of here.
I like
you know
that
what?
Taze is showing the value coming back a little bit, and because he's one guy that I would trade at the deadline this year for sure.
Year.
Say it again, Ryan. I didn't hear you cut up.
It's a contract year. Everyone plays harder,
Yeah.
Yeah,
except Kane, because Kane's kind of had a shitty start of the year.
He has.
he's got 2 points tonight. I'm pretty sure though.
He does. He's doing Kane shit. Not as aggressive on the goal scoring side, but good enough in other areas, which not surprising. But Lafferty is someone I like a lot. Good on the penalty kill, can play a third, fourth line center. I think he's like a fourth line player on a good team. But man, that's the type of player you want to keep around for this thing. Wouldn't hate that. Or if you can get something like you did for Hagel, similar, do that as well.
Yeah, Lafferty's been good. Radish has been pretty good. And you still have all the talent in the minors that are just coming up. So I think the Hawks are in a better spot than what we like giving credit for. And you know what? If Stalock plays really well, ship him whenever whatever his name comes off the IR.
Eric
Too. But Just hope these guys all play well. So trading them in like November. That's it. And then go on that 30-game losing streak to end the year.
Yep, that's the goal. I mean, that's what it is. And like you said, Ryan, even Tyler Johnson looks fucking good in this system.
Yeah.
That guy's
Like, looks good. Athanasi looks pretty good. Domi. I mean, they're all playing well.
It's early. It's early.
It's early, but they're all like Ryan said, they're all buying into this culture system, and that's really what matters at the end of the day. So shout out to the Hawks. They're actually really entertaining and fun to watch.
And that's why I like Richardson.
Yep.
He's got him bought in.
And that's a
big face scar too. That's badass.
Badass. Dylan, any thoughts on
He's also kind of hot. He's kind of a hot dude.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, you would say some shit like that.
Digging the face scar.
He's got the tats too. Got a little sleeve.
Yeah, this guy's dope. I'm all in on Richardson.
I don't know how they didn't just give up a goal right there.
I know.
I don't know. I was just watching that.
That was crazy. But yeah, good time. Just getting the fans excited. But like Ryan said, that you haven't seen this type of team with the Blackhawks in 15, 20 years. Not any of the teams that went on the cup run. It's just big. They're physical. They'll out hustle you. Like,
yeah, those teams were just fucking fast and talented on the cup teams.
Yeah, this is just a blue collar hockey team, which I can get behind and appreciate it. Dylan, any thoughts on the Blackhawks? I know they've been pretty quiet to start. Don't worry, we'll get into the Packers.
Yeah, I think like just to temper expectations. Everybody's fresh at the start, or it feels like they have something to play for. Like a lot of these guys probably are playing to get traded. So once they get traded, who knows what they'll do? But I think they're playing
lose 30 games in a row.
I don't think they're going to lose 30 games in a row.
I hope so.
And also,
come on,
please.
I mean, that could happen, but you got to think about it too. Like, if you don't get like the top two guys, I mean, look at Kirby Doc. He's like a prime example of that top 5 pick that was shipped out before he turned 21. So, I mean, you just got to.
I think this draft is a little deeper than that one. But yeah, I agree with you, Dylan. That's why I was saying
so
the
even
top
if
5 pick is necessary.
Even if it's a little deeper, then maybe you try to compete a little bit more this year. If you're winning games like this, if you can keep this up, and I'm not saying that you keep like if they start hitting a losing streak, they have to decide whether they're gonna sell or try to improve the team to make a run. But I hope it's selling.
I mean, this draft I think has a top 3 and then a pretty clear dip. So just get a top 3, and you know what? I mean, Davidson's picks have actually made sense. Unlike Bowman, who just kind of threw shit at the wall and hope it works.
Yeah.
Just like I like the way that Davidson is prioritizing hustle, grit, a willingness to want to play hockey instead of just going skill over everything.
Speed. I like that.
Our chief on Friday brought up an interesting point. He was saying, I don't even know the other dude's name, but he's saying he wants him over Bernard. Do you guys agree with that, or like
the kid from Michigan?
Whatever.
Yeah, the kid from Michigan.
The kid from Michigan is a dog. Let's be honest. I'll be honest.
Big body. I know
he's
that.
a dog, but Connor Bedard is just like McDavid. He's just got something special that really just sets. He's a guy that, I mean, he's not a guarantee. No one's a guarantee, but he's a guy that if he does pan out to be what we think he's gonna be, it's like a Kane. It's like a McDavid. Someone who just is that next level above everybody else. That is just special. So I'm sticking with Bedard. I do like the kid from Michigan. I wouldn't hate it if we were number 2 overall and we got him too, instead of Bedard. But I would like to get number 1 and have Connor.
And that Russian too also is a huge shot off the right side.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said, the top 3, then there's a dip. So like I'm cool with any of the top 3. Like obviously that Russian has a couple years in the K, so he might not come over right away. But if we do get him, and if he does, the dude might be the next Ovechkin or Malkin or just a big body who's got a big shot.
Yeah, and that fits what they're going after. Big body fits what they're looking for. I mean, that's like the new NHL. You got to be big, fast, and strong. It's not, hey, let's draft a team full of Alex DeBrincats. Love the dude, but not really what we needed. I just read a stat. The Blackhawks have killed 17 of their last 18 penalties.
Yeah, besides the first game, they look really.
They just shut down that 2-man power play. That was pretty nice.
Yeah, Let's move on to the picks. Boys, Nyloff faded himself last week. Went 3-10, 2-7. What the fuck was his record, Dylan?
4-10.
4-10.
It was suey season out there.
4-10. Bruce is now in second place. I'm still the lead dog. Bruce is about 4 games back, and Nyloff is now tied with Ryan Blake at
Bringing up the rear.
52 and 54. Dylan is a quiet 24 and 19. He started late, but we're still keeping track of his numbers just for fun. Boys, we got 2 issues. One, Tom Brady might be bad.
I told you.
Tampa Bay's on the no bet list.
They are on my no bet list too, even though I'm betting them Thursday. 2,
That's not the no bet list then. This is straight.
Two.
It's not.
Nick's no bet list is not a no bet list. We've already established this after like week 3.
Aaron Rodgers is bad. So,
Green Bay's on the no bet list.
yep, 100% they are, because I've lost back-to-back weeks on those motherfuckers.
I gave them one more chance. They fucked it up. They're on the no
fucked
bet
it up big
list.
time. I thought we were good, 14-3. We'll get into the fucking Packers. Ravens at the Buccaneers. I don't know what's going on with that team. It's not good. Brady is not the problem. Let's just call that what it is. He looks fine. Okay. You got Mike Evans dropping wide open touchdowns and signing.
Yeah, that was bad.
Game. Not sure what's going on. Either way, looks like dog shit. Todd Bowles seems to be a little bit in over his head. The Ravens haven't been that good either. Lamar Jackson got me 10 fantasy points last week, driving me fucking nuts. I'm gonna take the Bucks at home because you're gonna give me Tom Brady's a dog at home. I don't care if he's playing with the fucking Washington Commanders. I'm gonna take it. Bruce, you had a really good week last week. Really good week.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. Let's talk about that. Since the exorcism been on fire, withdrew from the account the other day. I'm proud of you. Saturday, great day. Sunday, pretty good day. So the exorcism worked, right?
You saying really mean things at me for 10 minutes. I don't know if that worked. I just kind of did a bit more research this time.
What have you been doing more research with? Let the people into your
Oh, this could totally turn on Bruce here.
Don't worry about it.
For
It's
this.
proprietary
Yeah.
information.
He's just doing
We're
shit.
trying to help people win money. Let's help us all win money.
Yeah, no, you get my picks. That's how you win money. You don't get the work that goes into
Is
it.
it
That's
just spending
for
an
me.
extra 5 minutes while you're
No.
taking a shit on ESPN?
It's not. Don't worry about it. That's for me.
Are you looking at other people's picks and making your picks based off that?
Nobody else makes picks on a fucking Tuesday.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. Well, congrats to you, my friend. We're happy for you. We're glad the exorcism worked. What do you like in this Thursday night stinker?
Well, I'm looking at the injury report.
Holy shit, boys.
The big one's on there.
So that's not what you do before the
Just,
podcast.
just for the Ravens, you've got Calais Campbell, Josh Bynes, Ronnie Stanley, Mark Andrews, all listed as questionable. I don't know how that's gonna look when we get to game time. That could be bad. But like I said just a couple minutes ago, Tampa Bay is on the no bet list. I am locking the Baltimore Ravens
Lock.
Thursday night football. This is going to be such an ugly game just because it's on Thursday night and those have all sucked.
Nyloff.
Yeah, didn't really like this game. Initial thoughts were Ravens seemed like an easy pick here, but I'm gonna go with the Bucks here. I'm gonna go with Tom Brady in prime time. It's kind of a do or die game here. Something's got to turn around quick for these Bucks. I still like their defense a lot. I fucking missed it. God damn it. Yeah, the Bucks. I'm just gonna stick with the Bucks here.
No
Ryan,
bet list.
Ryan, take us away.
Yeah, just looking at the line, I thought it'd be a lot larger for Baltimore until I can remember that Baltimore fucking sucks. Tampa Bay fucking sucks, so it's gonna be a bad game. Mark Andrews has not practiced this week. He's 0 for 2. I do not think he plays, and if he does, we'll be very limited, just like he was last Sunday. I got to take the Bucks because I think they'll actually run the ball this game and prioritize White and Fournette, try to hold the ball a little bit, but it's going to be an ugly game. It might be a 1-point game for all I know, but it's going to be ugly.
It's going to be ugly. 78% of the bets are on the Baltimore Ravens.
I adore the Bucks.
I do not worry about the public.
Worked for you recently, so I can't say I blame you. Denver at Jacksonville. I would like to say this. We do this on Tuesdays, which is a little fucked up, like Bruce said. I had Denver locked. I think Denver probably wins that game with Russ. They did.
That's a tough. Yeah, that's a tough
Based
one,
on
Nick.
what has Russell Wilson proven this year to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know about that one, Chief.
Maybe they win. I said maybe.
It's not a guarantee that they win if Russ is there,
No.
but they
That offense
certainly had
has
a
looked
better chance.
abysmal either way.
Yeah. This game's in London. Wake up with football on Sunday morning. Bruce, you drinking a Labatt's, a Coke?
Don't worry about what I'm doing.
Flash water. What's going?
Milk.
And
Oh,
got some
that's
Jack up
gross.
there, too?
Nobody's drinking milk.
You got some Jack up there?
There is a bottle up here, but no, I'm not drinking it.
Oh, it's called progress, ladies and gentlemen. Nylock, who do you like?
In this game, Denver is back on the no bet list. Don't know why I ever took them off. It's going to be as simple as that for me. I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars. Not betting Denver the entirety of the rest of the season. Jacksonville -3. I think Jacksonville's played across the pond a couple times. Is that correct?
Every year, yeah, like every year.
Yeah.
Every year.
I also
Literally.
like that. Well, third time's well. If this is the third time that they're at, third time's the charm, Dylan. They're gonna figure it
Shad
out.
Khan wants to move him to a second stadium there.
They'll play at the
But he-
full stadium because he already owns the team. They'll draw more fans anyway, so it doesn't matter.
What the fuck is this goddamn phone doing?
All right, so I guess I'll just say for everyone, I think we're all taking Jacksonville.
I'm not.
You're not taking Jacksonville?
This fucking guy.
This guy's the new sick fuck of the group.
Denver Broncos. He's
Denver's on the no bet list.
Peyton Manning, Darius Thomas, RIP, Eric Decker.
You say
What does any of this have to fucking do with your pick?
It
You
wasn't
said
even
Darius
the
Thomas, right, with an R?
He did say Darius.
RIP. Give me the Broncos, man. Russ is back. He got another new Subway commercial. Sierra's up in there. I'm taking the Broncos only if Russ plays.
No.
No.
We
That's not how
cannot
this
do
You can't
that.
switch your pick.
We cannot
That's
do
not how
that,
this
Nick.
works.
No.
This game
No.
is a must-win game for the Broncos. There was reports today. If they don't win, Bradley Chubb is gone. Russ is going to find a way. He's going to have his best game as a Denver Bronco.
He's
Portland
Russ
still hurt.
doesn't give a
He's not
shit.
gonna be
He's
ready to
getting paid
play.
$240 million. He doesn't give a
He's
shit.
dangerous, man.
He gives a shit.
He's dangerous.
Yeah.
He's dangerous. First name Russell, last name Wilson. Give me the Broncos +3. 75% of the bets are on the Jacksonville Jaguars. You guys have
Again, I don't give a shit about
That's
the
fine.
public. The eye test says that the Broncos fucking
Denver.
suck.
What's
Denver.
the best game as a Bronco in your mind? Like a touchdown at 150 yards?
No, like 250, 2 touchdowns, maybe running away.
Also just like an average game.
I'm locking the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's
Add
good.
it as my lock of the week, though.
QB, just have an average game. That's a low bar.
Yeah.
Nick.
Listen,
Like even for you, that's a low bar.
listen. First name Russell, last name Wilson.
Where's the lock emoji?
I already got
You
you.
just type in lock. Just type
Dylan,
in
I'm
lock.
boy.
sorry I skipped over you on the last game. Who do you
My
like?
boy.
Tampa Bay stinks. Their offense stinks. They put up 3 points against the rebuilding Carolina Panthers. I'm taking Baltimore.
Okay,
I
don't
told you
cry.
Tom Brady's washed too.
He's not. He looks good.
Then he would have
It's
willed
not
them to
his
victory.
fault people can't catch the ball.
Okay.
the
Well, we know who else ain't willing no one to
Whatever,
victory.
he has a bad year. He'll go to the 49ers next year. It's all good. We'll be fine. Either way, the Packers suck. We're moving on from that. Jacksonville, Denver. Who do you like?
Jacksonville.
Okay,
Denver
moving on.
stinks.
Thank you, Dylan.
Denver.
I want if Jacksonville wins, you got to send the boys English muffins.
No, because I'm still waiting on your fucking.
I
English
said if
muffin.
they won, but I'm saying if Denver
Packers
loses, you got to send the boys.
Dylan
send
was
the
correct in
boys-
what he did to not give you the muffin.
You got to send us all the point differential of how much Jacksonville wins by.
So you want like no English muffins? Because Denver's winning, baby.
I'm saying
I want
like
crumpets and like
I'm
Twilight's
confident in these two games.
Yes.
This is one.
a cup
This
of
is
tea
when the
too.
NFL gets weird.
Nick's gonna have to go to the store and buy like a dozen English muffins when Denver
Yeah,
scores
well,
more
if
points.
you don't watch
I
football.
want mine overnighted.
Muffins for you guys. Shove them right up your ass.
I want
Pittsburgh at Philadelphia. Philadelphia, the class of the NFC. Right now, they look like a Super Bowl contender. Pittsburgh stinks. Kenny Pickett was wearing 2 gloves on Sunday night. Don't know why, but not a
He
fan.
always wears 2 gloves.
Yeah, he looks
Kenny
like
two gloves, yeah.
He looks like a fucking schmuck. That would be a red flag when we were drafting the guy.
Dude, Philly might not lose a game.
They're gonna lose.
a
It.
very
Ryan,
very easy schedule.
Like they
Ryan,
have
you
a
like-
real shot here.
I'm locking in Philadelphia. It's right after a bye. They got a week and a half rest. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's
At
no
home.
at home. It's a big line, but I think they'll cover with ease. Locking it in.
Bruce.
I am also putting a lock on the Eagles. In Philly, the Phillies are in the World Series, but they're on the road, so all those fucking Philly scumbags are gonna need somewhere to go. So why not the Eagles game? That place is gonna be rocking. The whole city's gonna be loud. Pittsburgh's in trouble. They're
Side
in
note,
fucking trouble.
if the Phillies win the World Series, expect a recession to come.
We're already in one, kind of in one.
Yep.
Hey.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm just saying, they're 3 for 3.
They will be 4 for 4.
I think that's just forecasting the fact that the Phillies are gonna win, and I have a future on them.
True.
We will.
I gotta tell you, dude, that's a great fucking sports town. I don't know if we've said this on the pod. I know we might have talked about it in the group chat, but Philly fucking bumps when those teams are roaring.
Yeah.
Big
I'm gonna-
scumbags, though. Big scumbags.
Big scumbags, but fuck. I
Not
respect-
not quite Yankees fan scumbags, but big scumbags.
Yeah, I'm betting on Kyle Schwarber to win World Series MVP as well.
I'm on that too, Nick.
That guy just mashes. Like,
I love him.
yeah, that's,
I want to see him have like a walk-off home run to sweep it.
yeah, that'd be sick. We all agree we don't want to see Houston win.
No, fuck Houston.
Fuck Altuve.
I want them to trade Yordan Alvarez so I can actually root for that guy because he
I
is
root for him.
awesome.
That guy's dope.
He is so awesome, and I hate that he plays for Houston.
No way they trade him though.
No.
I know.
So everyone on Philly, can we just save it on this
Yes.
one?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can save some time
And
here.
kind of weird, only 64% of the bets on Philly. I thought it'd be a lot more. I love them even more now.
I think that
Um,
line's scary for a lot of people. It's a big line, but I like them at home off a bye on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless
If
you get a
else-
sleepy off the bye team, but
Yeah, let's move on. Miami -3 at Detroit. The Lions are in trouble. I would be shocked if Dan Campbell's not fired after this year.
I love Dan though.
They're gonna have to fire someone because that shit isn't working. They got fucking suplexed by the Cowboys defense last week. It's in Detroit, so I guess Detroit might be a little bit better. Tua and the Dolphins offense looked pretty good. Even though that dude was still like running headfirst into defenders, like coming off a concussion, he just has no regard for his body at all.
He said he was gonna start fucking being smarter, especially on third down.
No, that's not the case here. Nyloff, who do you like in this game?
I like Miami. I think a lot of people were really just hyped about, including myself, about Dan Campbell just because he's a crazy fucker. But this team is simply still not built to win football games. I think they're still in the rebuilding process and need some tools. Give me Miami. I think Miami's a pretty good team going against a shit team. So I'll take Miami -3.
I love that Blake's on his honeymoon, but still filling out his picks live as we go through
Oh, he's doing it
them.
live.
He's doing it right now. I don't think he knows, but
I
he's doing it right
Snapchatted
now.
him. I mean, I texted him this morning at like 6:30, and I'm like, "Hey, are you gonna update the doc? Totally cool if you don't." He's like, "Oh no, I'm doing it right now. Give me 30." I'm like, "Okay, man."
Hey, round of applause. Congratulations to Blake after
Blake,
getting
congrats,
married this
Blake.
past weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations.
Miss you, buddy. Hopefully, you listen to this on the honeymoon.
We'll see him next week. He'll be back next week, right, Percy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Very
4-0
disappointed
the
be-
last 2 weeks of
like
locks.
jerseys. That's what I'm
What?
disappointed.
What'd you say?
Very disappointed in you not wearing one of your jerseys that he so.
Yeah, you should be wearing one of those right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I wore it yesterday to will the team to a win.
You should
Okay, do you-
The other one. Then wear the other one today.
Pop your shirt off.
Yeah.
Ooh, dude, Bruce, if you let's make a bet right now. If you have the worst week out of us, you have to do next week's show shirtless.
No.
Yes.
No.
Whoever
And
has
then-
the worst week should have to do the show shirtless.
I'm down. I'm in.
And
If we get 1,000 people to subscribe to this YouTube channel, I'll do a pod shirtless.
you heard it, folks.
Okay, so after 1K, so it doesn't matter how long it
Dylan,
takes us to get there,
Yeah.
you will go shirtless.
Right.
Do you know
I
there's a
love
thing
it.
called the bots that I could, you could pay for?
No,
it?
no,
Yeah.
no, no, wait. I want to be clear.
Hey,
I
Dylan,
want to
how
be
much?
clear.
I'll chip in, Dylan.
Nobody.
I wanna see
if I
this
think
shit.
you're paying for followers, I'm not doing it.
Dylan, let's talk. I'll Venmo you. We'll talk after.
Yeah,
Not
dude,
doing
just
it. Nope.
shoot me a DM with the price, and I will
Nope.
chip in gladly.
If we're paying for subs, I'm not doing it. That's not.
No.
Not
Bruce, how
cool.
many subs do you think we would get if you did a show shirtless though?
Probably we'd
Might as
lose
well
some,
start
Shirtless
but-
and clean shaven. Oh man.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
no.
He looks like a fresh baby's ball sack like that, huh?
I won't be clean shaven by the time it happens. So
Okay, what if we get to if this podcast ever gets to 1 million subscribers, you have to wax your entire body.
Deal.
Live.
deal.
Deal? Oh,
I don't-
dude,
I don't
that
know
would
about-
be-
I don't know about live, but I'll do a.
No,
full
I
live.
wouldn't. I wouldn't even need to see that live. Maybe we do like a stomach, like a couple, like on like just the
Dude,
chest or something.
you
live,
guys
just so
could
that people
be
can see
there.
some of it. But I want to see the whole fucking thing.
You
That
guys
would
can
be
there,
hilarious.
but I don't think I want that on film.
Yeah, we might Instagram live it. We'll figure it out.
No,
Oh,
Everyone
come
on
on,
Miami.
like one tape thing on each nipple and just for the people.
Well, definitely not the nipple.
All right. Yeah, everybody's on Miami. I think Nick.
Somebody
I think we
gets
can move on
punched
to
in the
next.
face while they do that.
Dylan, Miami.
Yes.
Bruce.
Yeah.
Okay. Tyreek Hill's good. Waddle's good. Tua's good. Detroit might have the top pick. Who do you think Detroit should draft at QB? Would you go Bryce Young or anyone else with the top?
I can go Stroud.
I think I might go Stroud. I don't know. I do like Bryce Young though. It's tough. Hendon Hooker's
I
got
think
some
they're
strong
both gonna be
case,
good.
too.
Which one would you pick if you're Detroit?
I think I wait to see how the Heisman fleshes out.
Well, why the fuck does the Heisman have to do?
I don't think Detroit
Because
gets
it's
number one.
gonna be C.J. Stroud, Hendon Hooker, and
But who
Bryce
cares who
Young.
wins?
I won't take the Heisman Trophy winner. Heisman Trophy
Why?
winners, because they don't really make good NFL quarterbacks historically.
Fair. Fair.
Not wrong.
Like the best case you can make for a Heisman Trophy winner in the last 30 years is Carson Palmer.
Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, look how great his NFL career was.
Off the field, Hall of Famer. On the field, not good.
Not good.
Then you got Kyler Murray's the best active Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. Take that how you will. I think I stay away from Heisman Trophy winning quarterbacks. Although it does make me nervous because of the currently unbeaten Ohio State quarterback allegations. They don't work out too well either. We're hoping that changes with Justin Fields trying to beat those allegations, but that makes me nervous about Stroud.
Fair points all around. Let's move on to Arizona, Minnesota. Minnesota's the class of the NFC North. Looks like they're going to run away with this thing. 5-1, probably. This game, Nyloff left. Probably to get okay. He's going to longer.
Fucking need more beer.
Yep. Ryan, where are you leaning this game? This is a toughie because Minnesota's coming off a bye.
I think it'll be close. I mean, Arizona got Hopkins back last week. He looked really good.
Really good.
Kyler did not. He force-fed Hopkins the entire game. I think it'll be a close game. I like Minnesota by a field goal, but I'll take the best Heisman Trophy winning QB in NFL to cover the 3.5.
Like it, Nyla?
Did everybody else go? What game are we on?
Arizona, Minnesota.
At Minnesota, give me Minnesota. I don't think this Arizona team's real. I think they're maybe a 500 team at best. And I think Minnesota at home is going to play well. Justin Jefferson is just fucking nuts, dude.
Bruce?
I'm going Arizona. I don't. There's no real logic behind this one. I'm gonna be honest with the people. I think Arizona's good enough to lose to any team in the NFL by 3 points.
Fair. That's good. That's similar to what Ryan said. Dylan?
I need Arizona to win this game. So Arizona.
Oh, you need the Bears to lose Sunday, buddy. That's who you should be worried about. Let's worry about one team at a time because we have the same record, and one of us is competing for a Super Bowl.
I was gonna say selfishly, I'd also like Minnesota to lose this, just so if the Bears fuck up, they could still
let them win the division. I don't want that cocksucker to even.
First, you want a tank. Shut up.
I know, I do.
Just don't. If the Bears win, I'm just saying. If the Bears, we'll get to the Bears.
But if they could win the division at like 7-10.
Yeah. It's like the AL Central is basically the NFC North. Las Vegas Raiders -2 at the New Orleans Saints. The 2-5 New Orleans Saints. Not very good. Not sure why Andy Dalton's starting over Jameis Winston. I'm going to take the Raiders here. Looked like Josh Jacobs is the top 3 back in the NFL right now, the way he's playing.
Contract year, baby.
Yep, contract year. That'll do it. I'll take the Raiders -2. Ryan, I hope you're doing the reverse tweets here.
He's not.
I'm thinking about doing it, though, because I'm 2-0 currently when I fade the Raiders. 0-4 when I do go with the Raiders. But this fucking Saints team.
Well, we did win the one on Monday Night Football. They didn't win the game, but we won the bet. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I'm switching picks. I'm gonna fade myself. I'll give me the Saints +2.
Welcome to my world.
That's a real fan right there. I love the Raiders now. Thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome.
Dylan?
Yeah, the Raiders are a much better football team than the Saints, so give me the Raiders.
Kind of looks like maybe a team shouldn't have traded their best.
I just want to point out the Raiders are favored in every single game left this year besides one.
Yeah, they do have an easier schedule similar to the Eagles the rest of the year, so it could get real interesting in that division. Bruce, who ya?
The Raiders.
Nyla, Raiders?
Yeah, I'm on the Raiders. I don't think they're as bad as their record says they are. I still think the Raiders are a decent team who've just had a rough start. And the Saints, man, this Saints organization as a whole is looking pretty tough right now. You're looking at a rebuild coming here soon, I think, in New Orleans. So I'm going to take Raiders and the points. I like that it's a closer line.
Yeah, Sean Payton knew what he was doing.
This game,
maybe going to LA next year.
Yeah,
might be replacing Staley.
He'd be good on the Chargers.
Yeah, that would be a great hire. That'd be a home run hire. Then get Fangio as DC is what I heard. That'd be fun.
Vic has a special place after
Yep.
what he did.
Yep. Carolina
Guy's
and
dope.
Atlanta. And if Tampa Bay loses Thursday, this game is for first place in the NFC South. So,
Christ.
yeah. The Falcons finally fucked over Bruce last week. They got Joe Money and the Bengals. Money is dead even on this game. It's 50-50 in terms of both teams being bet on spread. I still give the Falcons a lot of credit for what they're doing with Marcus Mariota at quarterback. It's in Atlanta. I don't know. I'll let you guys go first. Ryan, who you on?
I don't know. This is another bad game.
It's a tough line.
Yeah, 4.5 is yeah.
Atlanta's not a real team.
I kind of want to take Carolina just off what they did last week, but I also don't want to take Carolina based off what they did last week.
Yeah, exactly.
PJ Walker looked pretty decent, but I think this Atlanta team's at least playing a little better than Tampa. They're good at home. Fuck. I'll take Carolina.
Yeah, this one's ugly.
I'll take Carolina plus points to lose by 3.
Like it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go the opposite route here. Carolina coming off a big win for them, really, against the Bucks. I think everything gets corrected in this game. I like Atlanta because they're at home. They didn't cover the spread for the first time last week. Is that correct?
Yep.
They're going to be the best football team in the league at covering the spread over the season. They right the ship against the spread, and they right the ship against Carolina this week. Give me Atlanta minus 4.5.
Bruce?
Yeah, I'm taking the Falcons minus 4.5. They ran into a buzzsaw in the Cincinnati Bengals, which I'll touch on a little bit later in the Monday Night Football game. Carolina is not the Cincinnati Bengals. I think Atlanta gets the job done this week. It's back on the wagon.
Nick, what do we like?
I like Carolina. I think Steve Wilkes has the boys playing hard. Atlanta wins the game on a field goal or maybe a little less, but I think DJ Moore has a big game. Atlanta's secondary sucks. I think Joe Money proved that last week, and I think PJ Walker is honestly an upgrade from Baker Mayfield in some ways. And I think he can run the ball a little bit, and this team will run the ball. I think they're fired up to get rid of that fucking doofus. I forget his name already. He's done for 2 weeks. Matt Rule. Yeah. I just too much for a division game for a team that isn't good itself. Plus 4.5, Carolina. I think Carolina could win this outright too. I might have them on the money line.
So who has a better game this week, PJ Walker or Russell Wilson?
Russ. No.
PJ Walker.
I think we're
Walker.
forgetting that not too long ago, PJ Walker failed to fucking throw more than 5 passes over the line of scrimmage, dude. I don't think he's a real quarterback in this league. Atlanta
I don't want
is
to
better
hear
than we
you
think
talking
they
about
are.
the XFL MVP like that.
Right? He was a stud.
Or no, that was
He was a
the
stud in a
USFL.
different fucking
XFL.
league.
No,
XFL.
yeah, it
Congrats.
was the XFL, yeah. Before they
Dylan,
shut
who
it
do you
down.
like?
Carolina for basically all the reasons you mentioned.
Yeah, it's just they're playing for first place essentially,
Yeah.
or second place. So, I think they lose just by less than 4.5. The Patriots -2 at the 5-2 Jets, who the Jets I think may be the second best team in the AFC East. Maybe really close with the Dolphins. Zach Wilson kind of looks like shit though. I gotta think about this one. I'm pulling a Nile off this week. Ryan, who are you thinking here?
Dude, give me Sauce, man. This just seems fun. I know they lost Brees Hall, but they just traded for Johnson, who's proven to be a pretty effective back in the league. And that defense is fun to watch. Sauce Gardner is a stud. So give me the Jets +2, and I like the Jets to win this game outright.
Yep. Dial.
I know that's what +2 means, but I don't know.
God, I really don't like this game.
Or you got Zappy Mania?
This just seems like a play where a New England team can right the ship here.
Bill's pretty good after a loss.
Give me New England after a loss. Give me New England. The line's close. Do I like the Jets? I do. I agree with you on that part, Ryan. They are a fun team to watch. Is this game in? Ooh, it's in New York.
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Whatever the fuck it is. God, dude, man.
Dude, Robert Saleh is a hell of a coach.
Hell of a
I'll
coach.
tell you what.
Hell of a
I hope Zappy starts. I wish I could do if Zappy was starting. Give me New England. If it's Mac, give me the Jets. I'm not gonna pull a Nick. Just give me New England. I'll take whatever it comes with. I like Bill after a loss. That's the main reason here.
Bruce.
Look, there was an old college coach, I forgot who it was, but he said if you got two quarterbacks, then you don't have one. Bill Belichick, for the first time since coming to New England, basically, he doesn't have a quarterback. They're in trouble. Their offensive line's not good. Um, or at least they didn't look good against a not very good Bears defensive line. Um, I just I like the Jets. I think they're well coached. I think they get the job done. They're going to lean heavily on Michael Carter, who is also a beast. Nobody really, he kind of took a back seat because Brees Hall was so awesome. But with him out and James Robinson new, he's probably going to play a lot, and I think he's going to play well.
Yeah, yeah. That's Zach Wilson scares the fuck out of me, but there's talent there, and I think he can start playing a little bit better. And to be honest with you, they haven't really needed him to do much because the defense and special teams has been awesome. I like the Jets here too. Saleh's just a really good coach. The Patriots players last night after the game were kind
I
of
hate this game.
confused and pissed off at Belichick because they didn't even tell him they were going to split time as quarterbacks, and they thought it was unfair to Mac Jones. Like, what do you do now? Bill kind of lost the locker room a little bit for the time being, which I know is crazy to say to Belichick, but give me the Jets +2. I like them to win outright on the money line as well. And 68% of the bets are coming in on the Patriots.
Hey, Nick, how does it feel to go back and forth on what Bill means to you on a given week?
See, here's the thing about that, though.
As good as all the other shit he does that on.
If Mac and the Zappy thing didn't happen, like it was just Zappy and we knew he'd be the starter, I'd go with the Patriots. But I just think with what's going on there, and I think he kind of lost the locker room. People are going to be upset, and they just don't have enough to beat this team on the road. And they shouldn't be favored. This should be Jets -2, in my opinion. Dylan?
See, but what does that tell you about what the sports books think in this situation? The Jets are at home, winning record, coming off a win.
I mean, it's tough to trust the Jets, even though they're the fucking Jets. Not saying they're not, but
Bet I got murdered for taking week 2. I'll add again.
no, you deserve credit. You were on the Jets before anyone else. And if you want to talk to people about going back and forth, you've been sucking on their dick and betting against them, and you're betting against them in this game. So
It's only because Bill Belichick off a loss. If
okay,
it was not,
no one's calling you out for it. I respect the pick. It's a tough game.
I hate
I
this
just like the Jets. Give me Sauce Gardner, even if it's Zappy at quarterback. I think he's going to cause issues like the Bears defense. The Bears defense can cause issues. The Jets defense is a hell of a lot better.
Just like Nick said a couple weeks ago, GETS gets.
Gets, baby. GETS. Dylan?
Yeah, I'm on the Gets as well.
Yeah.
I think also be on the lookout. Maybe if Belichick really doesn't like Mac Jones and wants to go Zappy, maybe a phone call from Indy.
Would that really help them?
No, but I mean it's a younger quarterback.
Maybe the Packers 1-for-1 Jordan Love for him.
Maybe.
Yeah. That could be a move. Let's get into the real team of the NFC North, the Chicago Bears, who could be 4-4 and in the hunt with a win at Jerry World. Big line here too, boys. Dallas -9. Great defense in Dallas. Dak's a little rusty. I will tell you, I'm fucking leaning the Bears here. I'm not going to make my pick yet because Mike McCarthy is a fucking boob. And I think the Bears.
He is kind of a walking boob.
He's a boob. And Dylan will tell you that as well.
Oh God, I hate him.
Yeah. Just a weird dude, not a good coach. Dan Quinn's a hell of a coach, but he's only on defense. I think our coaching staff can run circles around this guy. As Ryan said too, this is probably this Monday is like a ginormous win for the organization. You think going forward, I think the Bears lose, but I will take them +9. They've had a lead in every game they've played in this season. They've seemed to put themselves in position to tie or take the lead late. I think we see a drive where Justin Fields is driving either tie or win the game. Something goes wrong, Cowboys win. So I will take the Bears +9. I can't believe I just talked myself into that. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, motherfucker. Ryan, where are you at in this game?
Like you alluded to, it's a big line, and I think this will be a defense-first game. I mean, Dallas has the top 3 defense in the league, so it's one of the upper echelon defenses.
Yep.
Chicago's reaching that point at this point because they are playing extremely well. I mean, that second half stat with only 2 touchdowns allowed, that's pretty elite. I think it'll be a low-scoring game. Dak did not impress me last week, but that could just be rust coming off the injury. I like a 17-12 game, 17-10 game, so like the Bears +9.
Nyla?
I'm gonna take the Bears as well, just because it's a big line. They've seemed to keep themselves in every game and be able to compete. And for that reason, I'm gonna take the Bears. This is a game that I'm very interested to watch.
Big one.
It's a good Dallas defense. This O-line is gonna get tested. Where I think we could lose this bet is if they are able to just completely get to the quarterback on half of the plays. But I would like to see what our coordinator comes up with against this defense. I think this is going to be a good game to watch to see where everybody's at in an evaluation with this offense against a good defense. I'm excited to watch this one, and I hope they do, at least cover. Great teams cover.
Yeah. Good teams win, great teams cover. Bruce?
I fully expect to watch an entire afternoon of Justin Fields running for his life while Micah Parsons tries to absolutely destroy him.
Yep.
But I also think that's the kind of situations where Justin Fields kind of thrives. I think the Bears are going to cover the spread in this game. This is too many points.
Yep,
For-
too many points. For again a Cowboys team who struggled to move the ball against one of the worst defenses in the league, and the Lions at home on this past Sunday.
If this line, ladies and gentlemen who are listening, increases to 10 or 11, I don't really think it'll move too much. But if it does, I really, really like it. If it continues to increase too.
Can't see it going up past 9.
No.
The only thing that scares me is that
Good.
the Cowboys have been running the ball pretty effectively, and the Bears have really struggled to stop the run.
I mean, if they keep it close at halftime like they've been doing, Flus and the staff will make the adjustments, and it'll be a game in the second half. So I guess you really just hope you get out of the second quarter with the game being within 3 to 6 points, and let the staff go to work at half and figure it out. I mean, that's what this coaching staff is.
Even if we're down 10 at the half, you don't feel great about it, but you hope the adjustments can at least get you close, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get within 7, I mean, again, the line's too big. It should be 9.5, 7. Dylan, where you at? You drinking the Bears Kool-Aid, buddy?
I will never. And that's the problem you guys are going to run into. You're going to win one in prime time like yesterday, and then you're going to go up against Dallas and probably put up max 10 points. So
Max.
I got to be honest with you, Dylan. We haven't seen us win a primetime game in quite some time, so I really don't know what we're going to get here.
I don't think we're Dylan. When you say we're drinking the Kool, I don't think we're drinking the Kool-Aid. We're very realistic about this.
No, this game is definitely a loss. It's definitely a loss. Come on.
Because you guys go, oh yeah, we should still lose games, but if we win this one, we're in the hunt.
I
you
did
saw
not
Blake
say
on
that.
tweet, and it's
That's
not
just a
true.
factual statement, though.
If we win, we're in the hunt. I'm
And
just telling
then
you.
you're gonna drink the Kool-Aid more, and then you're gonna be like, oh, this team could win the North. Oh, this
We're,
team.
No,
we're
could.
not
I
gonna
don't
win
want
though.
to.
We're
I
not
don't
gonna
want
win
to
though.
even
We're
be
gonna
involved
lose
in
by like 6.
it. Does us no
Dallas
good.
-9.
All right.
What are you gonna give me when the Bears cover that?
Nothing, because they won't.
I want a pair of fucking cowboy boots sent to my address.
I want some barbecue. Some, like really homemade barbecue.
Ooh.
With a fucking a rack of smoked ribs.
Nice little brisket.
Ooh.
and some
Brisket
brisket.
takes like a day.
That's fine.
I can figure out the time. Tennessee -2 at Houston. Somehow Tennessee looks like they're gonna win this division. Traded away. AJ
New
Brown.
joke division, man. It used to be NFC East for a while, but new joke
Yeah.
division.
Tennessee -2 at Houston. Houston just got pancaked by the Raiders. I mean, is anyone on the fucking? I'm not.
I do have a question to ask. Is the Texans star rusher on the defensive line still out?
What?
Oh.
Ooh.
Like Damian Pierce? I'm pretty
No,
sure.
edge
running back-
rusher?
No, he's
The
talking
edge
pass
rusher, the guy who's
rusher.
been really playing well for Houston as a pass rusher. Is he going to be out again this week? I can't remember his name for the life of me.
I can honestly say I don't know who you're talking about.
I don't know who you're
Yeah,
talking
I honestly don't. Do you mean KPL, Kevin Pierre-Louis? He's on the IR. That's Malik Collins, defensive lineman.
I got to find that tweet. I think I liked it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to take Houston.
Yeah, but this is a normal Tennessee year. They always start slow, and then Derrick Henry starts picking up like game 3 or 4, and then just fucking like run away with it.
Yeah. Yeah, give me Tennessee. I'm going to find that
Yeah,
tweet, though.
I'm
I mean,
putting a
everyone's taking
lock on
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Everyone's taking Tennessee.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking Tennessee.
Everyone's
Bruce, how many
taking
locks do you
Tennessee.
have a week?
Well, if everyone's taking Tennessee right now, I'm not gonna put a lock on it because everybody's locked. Blake put a lock on it.
like
We'll just
Put
call it a
unit
lock for
deployer
everybody.
on it.
Yeah, which means Blake's gonna put like $100.
Deploy
on
the
it.
units.
Blake Thurston was going to lose all his wedding money on the Titans -2.
My wedding gift to Blake is going on the Titans this weekend. We're not gonna discuss how much that was,
How
but
much that
it's a lot.
What a fucking save. Yeah, there's
Next
Dylan.
game.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Okay. New York Giants at Seattle Seahawks. Boys, Geno Smith might be good. Never doubt Pete Carroll. I've always said that. Love that dude.
First in the division.
First in that division, who would have thought? Thought they would be the bottom feeders of that division. The Giants are 6-1. I'm not calling them the class of the NFC because they're fucking not. But they're 6-1, and they're 4 wins away from 10 wins that are probably a fucking playoff spot, which is insane. Who do we like here, Ryan?
Well, I see everyone's taking. I also would want to take the Giants, but I'm switching it. I'm taking Seattle -3. Geno might play himself into like an $80 million contract, which no one saw coming. And Seattle's tough in Seattle. That home field advantage is real. That and Arrowhead are the 2 toughest places to play in the league.
Yep.
Kenneth Walker looks really fucking good, and the Giants got to lose soon. That's what it comes down to.
Yep.
Going cross country, that's
Pete
tough.
Carroll's going to be fucking running around like a 16-year-old cheerleader on that sideline at
Pete
home.
Carroll, I care. I don't care about Pete Carroll whatsoever.
Pete Carroll is a great coach, and you need to say it.
Pete Carroll was healthy.
Isn't he the guy who didn't run the ball with Marshawn Lynch?
He wasn't the offensive coordinator, no.
I think Pete Carroll was the guy who paid all his running backs to USC like $1 million to commit.
I would have paid Reggie Bush $1 million to show up too.
Like a pussy for allegations.
Reggie Bush was worth every bit of that.
Give that fucking guy his Heisman back.
I agree.
That's crazy, actually.
Take away Pete's rings. Give Reggie his Heisman back.
I'm good with that. Bruce,
I don't think Pete is.
I know you're a big G-man guy. How good has Dayball been? Guy's awesome.
Brian Daboll has been incredible, and then for that reason, I am on the New York Giants. I just until they lose, I'm gonna keep saying they're gonna win. That's just all it is.
Cool. I
They
like
should have lost last week. That was a great play to end the game against Jacksonville. That was a great.
Yeah.
that
I
dude.
mean, that was just a poor decision by Trevor Lawrence to go underneath when there were like 5 guys standing at the goal line.
Yeah, but that dude scores like 8 out of 10 times just based off of like momentum. To catch him in midair on the one, then just spike him down.
Maybe if it wasn't 5'8", 170-pound Christian Kirk, but
Hey,
it
that's
was.
your number one wide receiver. But I keep hearing Bears Twitter saying we should have signed for 200 mil because that would have made a difference.
He didn't get 200, but yeah, he
Might as
he
well.
got an exorbitant amount of money.
Too much. Too much. Dylan.
Way too much.
Yeah, New York. I think it's going to be a really close game, but I still think New York wins. Need Kenneth Walker to have a good game too.
Seattle by 4.
Me too.
We're John Alex. You go.
I did not go yet. I'm on the Giants this week. Do I think they're a team that should be 6-1? No, but do I think they're a decent, good team? Yes. I think the guys really play hard for Dabble. I don't think this Seattle team is better than them. You guys are correct in saying that Seattle is a tough place to play. We obviously saw that week 1 in prime time for Denver. That place rocks. It gets loud, but I think the Giants win this game. I do think it'll be tight, but I don't think Seattle wins. It certainly does not cover. So give me the Giants. I think Thibodeau or whatever his fucking name is, Kayvon. I think he's gonna really. I think he's gonna get to Geno here.
Good call. Like it. Dylan, you're on the G-Man. We'll move on. San Francisco 49ers at the LA Rams. I mean, this is kind of their first place in the division, but not really. Seattle wins. The Rams stink. The 49ers stink right now. I just think the Chiefs are in a class of their own right now. With the Bills, kind of tough. We know Kyle Shanahan owns Sean McVay. He's won every game head-to-head besides last year's NFC Championship game just so happens was in LA. 73% of the money is on the San Francisco 49ers. This opened up as the Rams -4.5, and it has gone all the way to the 49ers -1.5. Nyloff, we're going to start with you.
Our line does not change that much on very many occasions. And when you do see a line change that much, what I do know in this sports betting world is that you simply cannot bet on the Rams. The early money all went on San Fran. Everybody believes that San Fran is going to win this game. I have to make a pick. This is a game that you may want to just stay away with if you're only taking certain picks, because it is kind of a tough call. But I'm gonna take San Fran. I think they win this game, and McVay just can't do it against Kyle apparently. So give me San Fran -1.5.
Bruce.
Kyle Shanahan seems to have Sean McVay's number since McVay became the head coach of the Rams. That and the addition of Christian McCaffrey. I know everybody says like running backs kind of an expendable position. You can get one, they're a dime a dozen, blah 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 blah. But
Special ones matter.
Kyle Shanahan's system has made guys like fucking Tevin Coleman and Jermichael Hasty and Jeff Wilson Jr. look like all-pro running backs. So now he's got an actual all-pro running back. I want to see how it works. I think this offense, Debo, Kittle, McCaffrey, that's a scary trio right there. And the Rams' offensive line stinks, and I think Eric Armstead is back, and Nick Bosa is fully healthy again. Let's run the 49ers.
Ryan.
Yeah, this is a shitty game to actually, want to bet. I would stay away from this, just like Josh said. I still think the 49ers defense is not healthy enough to make a difference. Nick Bosa, yes, he's back playing, but he also, I don't think is 100%. I don't think he's 75%. I think he's playing just to get coverage off the other ones. Eric Armstead, this is like his first or second game back from a pretty long injury
It'll be
lag.
his first game back, I believe.
Yeah, so there's still some rust there. Their top corner is still out. McCaffrey is still going to be limited, I think. I think they'll be good in like a week or two once McCaffrey gets full access to that playbook instead of running 30 to 40 plays a game. And I think the Rams have to turn it around eventually. Van Jefferson is back this week. I think that's a bigger thing that people are giving credit to. He's a good deep threat, and I think the Rams have been really missing that. I don't like saying this, but give me the Rams plus 1.5.
I don't like it either, but I'm also on the Rams. I'll take, for the most part, division home dogs. One thing to allude to, you kind of sucked on McCaffrey's dick for about 30 minutes there, Bruce. The Rams are second in DVOA against the run this year. They've been stopping the run. It's kind of the pass that haunts them. And if you think I'm trusting Jimmy Garoppolo to do anything, you're wrong. It's going to be close. I think it's going to be like some of the NFC Championship game, 2017, 21.
Well, that's the beauty of Christian McCaffrey, though. He's almost more dangerous as a receiver out of the backfield.
Yeah,
And
but
if Jimmy G doesn't have to throw the ball more than 5 yards, I think he can get the ball into the hands of Christian McCaffrey, who will then go on to do Christian McCaffrey things and make plays.
But
Or
do you
just
think McCaffrey there limits Debo's value? Because that's kind of what Debo did. He's good jet sweeps, all arounders, and enhance it.
I think it opens Debo up a little bit more.
Well,
Debo's big thing is he wanted to be more of a receiver, right? Well, now he doesn't have to play running back.
Yeah, but he's got a fucking moron throwing him the ball. He's better off being a runner this year.
Yeah, but they could do the same.
I mean, you're
thing
talking shit
fucking
about Jimmy
Miami and
G,
Tua
but
do is slants or fucking deep balls.
All right, so here's the question: who has a better game, Jimmy G or Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson, not
Jimmy
even
G.
Jimmy G.
Jimmy
Jimmy
G.
G.
Russell Wilson is gonna have a good week.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's washed. He's
Dude.
washed.
The London people are gonna be sucking on his dick, him and Sierra.
Russell Wilson has been good at one thing as a quarterback his whole life, and that is
Promoting Subway.
running you to death and then hitting you with the deep ball on the play action. And Nathaniel Hackett will not do it.
Nick, you better have like a 10-leg parlay on just the Denver Broncos.
I might.
You are meat riding the fuck out of the Broncos.
And not the Broncos. I think
You are riding that horse cock. That's what you are doing.
Instead of English muffins, how about the Russell Wilson sandwich delivered to us for lunch?
Oh yes, I want the danger witch.
Yeah.
Work with
So
that.
you got a leather jacket with like
Nick's Subway sandwich is just Russ's cock in between some fucking herb and cheese.
A flatbread.
Listen, I don't think he's very good anymore either, but he's better than fucking the Jacksonville team and some of these other guys you guys are fucking so confident in. Give me the Rams in this game. I think it's a toss-up. That was ugly. Stay away. Washington, who coming off a nice come from behind.
It's a beautiful win.
Beating of Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Indy -3 at home with Sam Ellinger as their quarterback. This is another game I stay away from. It's fucking ugly. Nyloff, let's start with you because I know you're going to have trouble making this pick.
I don't really have trouble making this pick, and it's simply just because I don't trust Sam Ellinger. If I got to make a play here, I'm going to go with Washington. I don't like betting Washington this year. Even though it is at home for Indy, I don't trust the Indianapolis Colts right now. I don't think they know exactly what they want just yet. I think they want to rebuild. Give me the plus points, especially here with Washington. That's why I like it.
Ryan.
Yeah, this game scares me. If Indy was a -3.5 or -3, I might take them, but with Heineke behind the center, Heineke does keep games close. He may not win them all the time, but he does keep games close. But this could also be a Jonathan Taylor breakout game because he's had a pretty shit season, and the Commanders' defense is pretty shit. But yeah, just like Nylov said, I'll take the Commanders plus points.
I also like the Commanders plus points. We just we don't know what Sam Ellinger is yet, and until we find that out, I'm not gonna bet on him.
He's a mobile quarterback that's behind a pretty shitty offensive line, so you can move around, scramble for a few yards. Jonathan Taylor should have a bounce back.
I don't know how particularly mobile he's gonna be in the NFL.
He's more mobile than Matt Ryan.
Well, I
That
might be
ain't
more mobile
fucking
than Matt
hard.
Ryan at this point.
Okay, so can we get you to Indy on Sunday?
Yeah, the fact that you're considering it is how bad that is, Josh.
61% of the
I
bets.
ride with Heineken and Heineke this
Yeah,
week.
no, I'm gonna take Indy at home with.
I don't like Heineken, but I'm drinking the Heineke.
I think he's fine. I think he's better than Matt Ryan. He's an upgrade.
Wait, what are you drinking, Brucey?
Taylor Heineke.
Oh yeah,
That's what
get a
I
little
said.
spicy on the pod, yeah.
That's what I said. I can't back down now.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you
Gotta
didn't
say
hear
it with
that,
the chest.
he is drinking up all of Taylor Heineke this week.
Just
Man.
Just the whole 9 loads. Dylan, what do you like, buddy?
Jesus Christ.
so you weren't drinking milk earlier, right? That was Heineke.
Oh, that's starting to make sense now.
Yep.
God damn it.
You set yourself up for that.
Yeah, I walked right into the guillotine there.
Yep. Dylan.
Give me Washington plus points.
Oh, I love this so much. I'll bet this now just because all you fucks are on Washington.
Uh-oh, boys. The Hawks might be in trouble.
I might catch Petro here.
It is now 3-2 with 7 left here.
Green Bay Packers at the Buffalo Bills on Sunday Night Football. Now, normally, this is a spot where I trust the great Aaron Rodgers to perform and, blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you something. I've been saying it since week 2, week 3, whatever. The Green Bay Packers are a bad football team. I liked Aaron Rodgers for the last 2 years. Guy sucks. Throwing his teammates under the bus, just like a scumbag on the Pat McAfee show. I mean, that's where you want your quarterback coming from a leadership standpoint. Yeah, his wide receivers have been playing bad, but the dude needs to look in the mirror because he's been playing like straight up dog shit for weeks. No one said a thing about it. LaFleur sucks as far as I'm concerned as well. It's going to be really interesting when they're going to have to trade him this year, eat all that cap space, and be fucked next year. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Dylan, let's hear what you got to say.
No, I'm not done.
I want to hear what Dylan has to fucking say. Let him speak first. Dylan, where are you at with your Packers, buddy?
He's on them this week.
Yeah, I will always be on the Packers because I know you guys are all going to probably lock Buffalo, and I knew it beforehand. You're like, oh, yeah, Buffalo. Last 13 primetime games, though, Aaron Rodgers is 13-0. So, with that being said, obviously you should have won the last 3 games, and he didn't throw teammates under the bus. He
Sure did.
Yeah, he did. He absolutely did.
Did he name names?
No, but everyone knows who
he meant everyone.
Who's he talking?
Literally everyone. Literally everyone.
Could he also be talking about himself?
Out, so he's talking about Dubs, fucking Sammy Watkins, because I remember Packers Twitter all offseason. Oh, Sammy Watkins will be fine. Yeah, okay.
He's played in more than one game.
Sammy Watkins.
He's played in more than one game.
Oh, good for him. Please.
Dylan, I was really hoping for a spark from you. So I was going to flip my pick, and I didn't get it.
Listen. Everybody is on the Bills. I'm telling you the Packers will cover.
Nick, give me a percentage.
and win this
This
game.
is a game I want a percentage.
The money's probably on the Bills.
I don't know. 10.5 is a lot.
52% of the bets are on the bill.
Oh, it's cool.
Give me the Bills minus
Lock the
10.
Bills. Lock
Let me
the
see.
Bills.
I'm not gonna lock it, but I will say, Dylan, I understand where you're coming from. You didn't name names, but it's just not a good look when your quarterback goes on something that's gonna be viewed by a lot of people. It's gonna be spread around. Aaron had me for a while. I was starting to think that this guy's kind of dope. He's completely flipped it back around. Give me the Bills. I don't think this is going to go well. This season might be chalked for Green Bay.
And my grandpa thinks he's gay, which I'm not so sure he's wrong about that.
I don't think you can say that.
I can definitely say that.
He's getting a witch.
You might.
I thought he was married.
He was
I don't
engaged.
know.
Who the fuck would marry that loon?
No, he's dating like a
He's
witch.
fucking engaged.
He was engaged to Shailene Woodley.
He's engaged to Danica Patrick, engaged to Shaney, whatever the fuck, Woodley, engaged to his fucking couch.
Did he split up with Woodley?
Yeah, a
That's
while
a red
ago.
flag right there.
Really?
After
This
she
guy-
had him eating clay in the morning and shit.
This guy has some fucking trust issues.
No shit. The dude, when is the last time you saw him
He's-
come from behind in the
He's
game?
literally dating a witch
Never.
now.
Yeah,
He's
dating
got
a witch.
mental issues.
The dude,
He's
instead of
he's
Shit,
dating
the
a
last
witch
time
and
he
doing
came from
his
behind
errands
was
run.
with Shailene
He's
Woodley,
got
probably.
problems.
God damn it.
yeah. And guess what? Maybe instead of spending all offseason fucking dancing with mushrooms, maybe go throw with your rookie wide receivers and be a leader. One time, I'm telling you, Dylan, the tides are changing in the NFC North, and there's one team on the rise, and there's
Like-
one team that's
Yeah.
coming crashing down. And I know you saw the report I sent you, or not a report, a certain member of the media texted my little group chat saying if Rodgers doesn't make the playoffs this year, he's gone from Green Bay. So just enjoy
Yeah,
that.
everybody said he was gone from Green Bay 2 years ago too.
I actually want him to stay in Green Bay because the guy's a cocksucker and sucks.
See,
He
this is
He
where
should
you're.
have taken that Jeopardy.
Yeah,
This
I
is-
don't know if Aaron Rodgers is bad at football.
This is where you're
Have you
falling
watched
into the
last
trap
game?
again. The Bears win, come off like I was saying. Bears come off a big win. Packers lose. You're all on this all-time high, and then
I'm
you're gonna
not.
get- Yeah. Oh
Because
yeah.
guess what?
You can't even let me talk, dude.
I
Just
fe-
look at
I-
you. Look at the grin on your face. right now.
Dylan,
You
just
can't hide
fucking
it.
mute his ass. Dylan, mute his
Hey.
fucking ass. Do you have control of this?
I wish I
Listen,
did.
Nick, mute yourself.
Dylan,
He's not
I
gonna do
lost
that.
money 4 weeks in a row.
Jesus
Every
Christ,
Sunday
this
I'm
guy-
messaging
Well, that's-
you telling me what the fuck's
that's
going
your
on
fault.
with your team, dude.
That's your fault, man.
How many
Nobody knows
times will
except
I
them.
tell you? If you get to Buffalo and fix them, because if you can get up there and fix this team, I will bet them.
Well, you're not. Didn't you just lock the Bills?
Yeah,
You can't change your pick.
you got me there.
I like the Bills because the fucking Green Bay O-line has been playing like shit. And when you see O-lines play like shit against good teams, they get fucking demolished.
Von Miller
I don't-
is going to have Aaron Rodgers and a fucking...
Mix that in with Aaron Rodgers being a douche to his fucking teammates on the Pat McAfee show. Bills. Bills. Bills.
You guys are something else. See, this is
Listen, Dylan, I wanted you to speak first because I really wanted you to give me something. I wanted a
Give us
reason.
a spark. You didn't.
Well, I don't want to give you a spark. I want you to all bet the Bills, and I'm going to take Green Bay plus 10.5. They're going to cover. They're going to win the game.
Oh, wow, no.
They're gonna win.
Oh, they're
Oh,
not.
Cool.
man.
Listen,
Does
listen,
anybody
listen.
else have a clip button in this room?
Listen. Twinkle toes. Number 2, Mason Crosby is going to kick a game winner as time expires.
Dude, there is
The
no
Bills
way.
are gonna win.
I'll
this
tell you
game
what.
by
If Green Bay wins
37
this game, I'll
points.
say Green Bay is back for the season.
I'm putting you all through a table if Green Bay wins this game.
That's fine. I'll fucking do the show with my pants
Listen,
off.
this is what we'll do. We'll all get on one of those tables that the Bills Mafia like to break, and we'll stack each other. Bruce, you'll be on the bottom for obvious reasons. I will be at
I'm-
the top for
You,
obvious
you
reasons.
don't want a lumpy base.
And we want a solid brick, baby. That's what you are.
I'm hard to balance on. There's a lot of curves. You want something straight like a plank. Think you
I
and
mean-
Petro should be on the bottom.
If you think I should be on the bottom, do you want to kill me?
I lost the power bottom.
Maybe a little bit. You would know.
Bruce, you don't want to be on top of me for other obvious reasons.
Well, you'd have to lay face down.
That's not very fair. All right, we'll figure out the order of the people
Everybody
later.
else would lay
Dude,
face
this
down.
isn't. This
too.
isn't even.
The Packers suck.
I don't think laying face down is the play. I want to see him coming.
No,
Let's
you
see
want to
where it's
whip your
coming.
ass.
This is
I-
getting weird.
I can't wait.
Cleveland,
It's got
minus,
weird.
Cleveland -3 at Cleveland on
Did
Halloween.
everybody even pick on that last game? Is
We all
everybody
know
on
what
Buffalo
you're
except
picking.
Dylan?
Yeah,
We all know
everybody's
what you're
on
picking.
Buffalo except for Dylan.
Buffalo. I'm
Yeah.
Last
gonna,
pick of the show.
I'm gonna FaceTime Dylan during the whole game.
Doesn't mean I'll answer.
I was gonna say he's not gonna answer.
I'm
I
inviting you,
wouldn't.
Dylan. Come watch the game at my house Sunday night.
Well, I got work on Monday.
I have work on Monday too.
You work from home sometimes. That's the difference.
Okay, just saying.
I'm just saying. I will put myself.
An invite.
That's not going to happen, but I will put myself through a table immediately after the game if they lose. But they're not going to lose. So I want the.
They're gonna lose, dude. This team is bad.
Wait, hold on. You
Jair
cannot cut this
Alexander.
out. You have to
Bad.
go through a table if they lose this game because you just said it, and you can't switch your pick.
I'm not going to switch my pick because I'm confident.
No. I'm saying you can't switch your pick of the table thing. You have
Yep.
to go through a table when they lose this weekend.
Okay.
If you don't do the table thing, if they
Respect.
lose, you have to do the pod with your shirt off next week.
I mean, I'll do that too.
Okay?
But I'd
That's
rather
a
pick a
confident
table.
fucking man like that.
It's-
I
at
really
the
like
same
that.
time, we're delusional with the Bears riding too high. You're riding too high on
Listen.
like the 2012 Packers, who were actually good and had Devontae Adams. Romeo Dobbs ain't getting open on Sunday or whatever the fuck his name
They
is.
didn't have Devontae in 2012.
It was Jordy back then.
Yeah.
Maybe
Jordy,
Greg Jennings.
Greg Jennings,
The crazy
Darren Sharper.
I'll match your table bet though, Dylan.
Yeah. I think
I'm watching football at Petro's house on Sunday. So if the Packers beat the Bills, they have to beat the Bills. I'll put myself through Nick's table.
No, you will not.
perfect.
No.
Just make sure you film it too.
I love where this game has taken us.
Yeah, it's actually a good place, I think. Cleveland
I hope the
-3.
Packers kind of win now.
Shut the fuck up. Cleveland -3 at Cleveland Halloween night. I mean, let's just be honest. We're all on Cincinnati. They're back. Joe Burrow's good. Bengals are bouncing back on offense. The Browns have Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. Their defense hasn't been good. Is anyone on the Browns?
Please hold.
No.
I am not, dude. I mean,
No?
Please hold. I
it does seem like a trap.
gotta do some
No.
research.
No, Cleveland's bad.
Cleveland's back. Without
The Elf still on the field?
This
Yep.
seems. Oh, I forgot about that guy.
Elf.
Fucking elf. Oh,
I had to remind you.
Cincy, lock it. I am locking Cincy because of the fucking elf. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a fucking rapist in the middle of a football field. Speaking of,
Deshaun
speaking
Watson's
of,
not out there yet.
allegedly, another case
Allegedly.
coming to Sean Watson's way. We may not be seeing him at all this season.
What?
But
I mean, if he gets another one, you kind of got to show him to jail.
You gotta take him what?
You got to send him to jail. I mean, what? Come on.
I mean, what's more if you've already got 25 and he hasn't gone? Do you see where I'm coming from?
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
the guy
but, like-
had 25 fucking cases and didn't see jail time.
I mean, we talked about this before. I mean, he probably paid off every one of these people.
Yeah. For sure.
It's definitely a weird topic to be talking about, but
Allegedly.
allegedly
Allegedly.
he did some things and some people didn't like it. But we'll see how it plays out. I can't believe Cleveland paid him that much money knowing all that shit was going on though. If you want to talk about some really crazy shit, You think you would let that play out first?
Fair point. It's really, honestly, a fair point. Boys, closing thoughts. Episode 8 comes to a close here. Bruce, Nick in the driver's seat. Everyone else really behind. We got anything at all?
Me and you have 7 picks where we're on opposite sides this week.
Could be inferred.
This could be a make or break week here.
Big. Nyla.
Jay Nylock's back, ladies and gentlemen. He really is. You know, we faded the picks last week. We waited too late to do that shit. It's okay. The ship has righted itself. I really do like the card this week. There's a couple hard games in there that I think can really go either way, but did we score?
No.
Okay. I kind of hope that Florida scores. But Jay Nylock's back. That's all you got to know, ladies and gentlemen. I'll always be here for you. I don't miss a week. All right. Ride or die. Go Bears. Ryan, anything for us?
No, it was a good pod, man. It was Blackhawks are back. That's it.
Unfortunately.
We're fighting for a wild card. Not only are the
geez,
Bears
somebody's-
fighting for a wild card, ladies and gentlemen, but the
We talk
Blackhawks.
about the first home playoff game back at the UC for the Hawks. That's a must-go game. It's gonna be electric.
Hey, man, I'm just looking forward to that Hosa game. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
going to be a good time.
It's gonna be a good time. The Mai Tais will be flowing. They are like fucking almost $20 a piece. I am already saving up money per check for that day. It is going to be unlimited Mai Tais in section 203. If you're there, ladies and gentlemen, and would like to speak with the pod, we're not that big that I should
Hey,
be
we
saying
should
this,
go to
but
the-
feel free to come by. Section
I-
203.
I was just at the United Center too for the Bulls game this past Saturday. We should go sit in the FanDuel. We should get there early as possible and go sit in the FanDuel book and watch the end of the football games before the game starts.
Oh God, Mama Ulrich gets to fucking see Jay Nyloff in action at just another thing that she don't like seeing me do, and that's bet my money on sports. I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Well, for the cat's sake and Rachel's sake, I really hope you have a better week.
You know, and this is why we
He's-
talk about
He's
betting
on
responsibly.
a lot of picks with me, so he should be good.
Bruce,
Quit acting like you're the fucking kingpin over there, bro. You were in fucking like dead last for fucking the first 5 weeks. I don't want to hear it.
I'm telling you, it's going to be first place after this week.
Yeah, me and Nick,
Guaranteed.
So I
Call
hope
it-
so, 'cause I
calling
think
my
we are on
shot.
quite a few picks together. So I have to hope that you are.
it's pretty much
but-
me and Nick for you too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Me
Yeah,
and-
he's on at least 2 early picks with Nick.
I wasn't gonna say anything, Ryan, but Nick went last a lot today, and I think he tailed you a bit. I think he tailed you. I think he was a little nervous Nelly over there, and I gotta tell you, that never went well for me when I was struggling.
No, I saw it.
Hawks win.
I saw it.
But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. We appreciate any and all support.
Then the Broncos back.
The Denver Broncos do indeed suck and are on the no bet list, so I highly recommend you don't bet on them this week. But ladies and gentlemen, that's another episode of the Frosty Takes podcast. We'll see you next week around the same time. Gentlemen, let's have ourselves a week and let's win some money here, or at least me and Bruce.
Let's stay frosty, boys.
Later.
See you.